Check.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment the orders came in, as though he had
Thank you.
been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah,
And
your
then
daughter's
one
been
day, something
sneezing in
very
here.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
All right, guys.
Something he
Hey,
would
how's it
never
going?
quite forget.
So,
He had
I'm
been at
back
his
at it
desk
again.
for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single
Cremelioric.
order had arrived
Welcome
on
to
the
my
monitor
channel.
for him to follow.
What's
Cremelioric.
No
up,
one had
Cry?
showed up to give him
What
instructions,
game is this?
call a meeting, or even
So,
say
this is
hi.
Stanley
Never
Parable.
in all his years at the
I
company
tried to play
had
it
this
before,
happened,
but
this
my
complete
computer kept
isolation.
giving me issues.
Something was
So,
very
we're trying it
clearly
again.
wrong.
Can
Shocked,
you hear me clearly?
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I guess
Cremelioric.
controller does not work on this.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Alright, cool beans. Yeah, I guess controller doesn't work on this, and I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty old game. So, we're out here. Alright, so they told me that I should walk out. Okay, I can't interact with any of this stuff. Can I interact with any of that? Nope. Nope. Alright. So after watching Severance,
All of his co-workers were gone.
this gives me that
What could
vibe.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
I'm not
matter
going
how
to the
hard
meeting.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No, nah, man. I gotta look to see. What? It turned off the moment I clicked on it? Okay, can I click on this one? Nope. This game needs a reticle. Like I don't like not knowing where I'm clicking at. Like,
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
yo, this narrator is talking noise. Can y'all hear this narrator talking noise? Hmm. 4, 5, 6 on the wall, 4, 5, 7 over there.
Kremelirik.
Okay.
Ha ha ha, I'm here for the narrator.
Right, the narrator's just talking noise. It's like, yo, you're not listening. Okay.
Stream stickers. Get in on the action by slapping a stream sticker. Type stickers to learn how.
I forgot I set that up. I could touch this door, but I can't touch. Can't move this. Nope. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, this gives me severance
When
vibes.
Stanley came to a set of 2
Kremelirik.
open doors, he entered
Is
the
it
door
your
on his
stickers?
left.
I think I have one sticker in there when I set it up. Alright, which door should I go through, Cry? Left or right? I don't know what it would say
Kremelirik.
if I lock the
Left.
door. They locked the door. Alright, left it is. Psych. Oh. Nope. I'm locked in there. Okay. Some bright lights.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's see. Using the slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Wait. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Who?
Kremelirik. Ha ha ha, why does he have to sound so proper?
Right? Number of slides on this slide. Whoa. Why is it getting faster? What's Did it change again? Yeah, it's just changing. Why did we hire you? Did it change again? Can I jump on this table? Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. I'm still stuck on the first one. Oh, it's looping now. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom
Citrus
closet,
Shack.
but there was nothing here.
Welcome to
so
my
he
channel.
turned around and got back
Citrus
on track.
Shack. Yo.
What's up, Citrus? What's poppin'?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going downstairs. Nope. Don't listen to the narrator. The narrator doesn't know what he's talking about. Whenever the
Citrus Shack.
narrator's telling you to go
It's
one
been a
way.
while.
It has been. How's things been? Still doing an internship?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
Wait a minute.
maybe I am crazy. all of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
Citrushack.
for no reason at all.
I am, but it's
None of
almost
it made
over.
any logical sense.
Nice.
I get
And
nice.
as
to
Stanley
focus
pondered
on
this, he
projects
began to
and
make
other
other
stuff
strange
soon.
observations.
Okay.
For example,
Citrushack.
why couldn't he see his
How have you
feet
been?
when he looked down? Why did doors
I've been
close
pretty good.
automatically behind
I
him
can't-
wherever he went?
I
And for
can't
that
complain.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
Yeah, I've
felt
been pretty
to
good.
have finally
I've been
found
pretty
an
good.
answer, an
Just
explanation.
been game
His
deving.
co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
narrator's
everything
killing
that
me.
I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
I wonder,
thought.
am I supposed to keep
And when he thought
walking,
it all
or am I
very
supposed to turn
odd, and
around?
wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Is that cup still
Stanley
here?
is as awake
is.
right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After
Cromelyric.
all, he knew for
I
certain
want to
beyond
know
a doubt
how's job
that this
it was
in
to
fact
work
a
on the
dream.
narrator.
Did the voice not see him float
Right.
like
This
the
dude
magical
is a
stars
yapper.
just a moment ago? How else would the voice
100%
explain all
a
that?
yapper.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Stream
So he
stickers.
closed his eyes gently,
Get in on the action
and he
by
invited
slapping a
himself
stream
to wake
sticker.
up.
Type.
He felt the cool
Stickers
weight
to
of the
learn
blanket
how.
on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
I tell you, this guy is a 100% yapper.
This is the story
100%
of a
yapper.
woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
This is
He was
short-lived.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my
Cromelyric.
mind.
Is
I
what
know
he's
what is
saying
real
needed for the
and
game.
what isn't.
Like
It was
hints?
comforting to think this,
I don't
and in
think
a
so. I
certain way,
think dude is
seeing
just a
this man
full-time
made her
yapper.
feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
I might go
With
play
very
a little to the
important
left,
people
to be
whose
honest.
impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
I'm
She had
serious.
no
I might
time
play a
for
little
this,
bit to the
so
left.
it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then
Can
she
I skip
turned
this?
and ran.
Dude just yapped for like 11 minutes straight. I don't like it. Okay.
Kremelyric.
Alright.
Ha ha ha, this seems like a
All of his
story-based game.
co-workers were gone. What could
Yeah,
it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley
It's
decided to
kind
go
of
to the
boring.
meeting room. Perhaps
Was
he
this
had
copy
simply
here
missed a
last
memo.
time? Oh, they just made me start from the same spot. Alright. The guy yapped so much that I don't remember what was here before. Alright. So, can I sprint? I can't sprint.
When
Alright,
Stanley
we're going
came
through the
to a
left
set
door.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep. Let's try this again. I swear, if they bust into a dialogue with
Yet
that
there was
again,
not a single
I'm
person
going back
here
to a little to
either.
the left.
Feeling
I'm
a
going
wave
to a
of
little to the
disbelief,
left.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Is
office.
this not his office? Okay, we're gonna just keep going. Why is the boss office so nice? The rest of the building's all plain, and this one has like fancy walls. Okay. I assume it's just the door that's open. I'm the boss.
Stepping
Watch
into
this.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so
Kremelyric.
the boss had assigned it
Reminds
an
me of
extra
The Sims
secret
Mortimer's
pin number.
house.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What is this? Reminds me of The Sims. I can see that. I can see that.
Descending deeper into the building,
I guess I
Stanley
just have to
realized
listen
he
to the
felt
voice
a
in
bit
my head the whole
peculiar.
time.
It was a
I
stirring
don't like
of
that.
emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
I think
This
if I don't
question would
listen
not
to the
go
voice,
unanswered for long.
they're just gonna try to take me out with Yap Ninjutsu. I think that's all it is. They're just gonna give me a whole bunch
Stanley
of
walked
yapping.
straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind control facility. No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
Oh.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nope.
But of course, Stanley
Yeah.
thought better of it and
Yep.
realized he simply had too much to live for.
I'm very curious though. All right, chat. We go down the wall, this thing that says escape, or we go to the mind control facility. Which one we doing here? Oh my goodness. Should we listen to the voice in our head or go straight into the escape? Wait, is it gonna end? Is it gonna set me to the end that I had beforehand?
Kremelyric. That escape looked janky.
Right? Okay. I guess I'll go to the mind control. This door's gonna shut on me. Watch this. See, I knew it. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
None of this stuff does anything. Is there something else? Oh, this one. Oh, the
Now
camera.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
Cromelyric,
co-workers. The lives of
did
so
you wanna
many
see if you
individuals
were gonna
reduced to
die?
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I was going to, but well, we're here now. Let's see.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began
what
to sink
controls are
in,
saying these
Stanley
things?
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Did it just happen into like the ending of this game? Like you just went down the right doorway, went up to the boss, did everything right?
And when at last he...
Oh,
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Cromelyric,
Was it over?
it can't be over that quickly.
all right.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
I wasn't even
But as
here.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps
So
his
they're
goal
really gonna
had
make
not been
this.
to
They're gonna drag
understand,
this out.
but to
They're
let
gonna
go.
drag this out all the way until
No
it gets to the
longer
bottom
would
of the
anyone tell
staircase.
him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was
I don't even
perhaps
think this is
the
real.
only thing worth knowing.
I don't think
Stanley
this is
stepped
real.
through the open door.
I tried to.
Stanley felt the cool breeze
Oh
upon
my
his
gosh.
skin.
Nope. I'm sorry, chat. I cannot. Oh my goodness. I'm playing a little to the left. The voice is killing me. I I'm actually bored. I'm actually bored. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm actually bored. I'm gonna go back to Stanley Parable, and what I'm gonna do after everything starts acting weird,
Cromelyric. Ha 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 ha, this is a horrible game.
I'm not the target audience. The game is just boring to me. Like,
Cromelyric. It stops the gameplay too much.
yeah, I'm over here like I don't feel like walking through all this. I really don't. Give me 1 second. It's gonna take a second for me to recalibrate. All right, daily tidy. Is this playing? It's not playing any audio. Oh, that's right, because I generally play music on top of this. There we go. think I messed up everything and there's no music playing at all. Let's see. That's fine. Oh, y'all are getting music, right? Nope. There we go. I think that fixed the audio. Now you're getting the audio back. No music? Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, let's play a little bit to the left. I think it's more entertaining to play a little to the left than Sound Terrible. Alright. I think I plucked the wrong one. Yeah, I did pluck the wrong one. I think the music's coming through now. Yes, it is. Alright. This one. Oh, y'all think I'm gonna come back here every day to play this? Excuse me. Sorry, chat. Come on. This one? Okay. Thank you. I need some water. Oh, there it is. Okay. This helps. Having my water. Okay. I'm gonna try organizing this by chain length first. Okay. That was too easy. Okay. Screen height. I wasn't even done with that one yet. Okay, I guess it was already there. Alright. Button location. That one was based on the shape of this thing. Oh yeah, that's right. I said I wasn't gonna try to 100% these things because it's just There is no like you did it the perfect way. They just want you to keep doing it over and over again. And not a fan. Yeah, that looks about right. Hmm. I guess this stack goes by the detail, and that'll fix itself over time. Oh, it's missing one. Okay, the last one. There we go. Hmm. Maybe these should go down here, and then this one goes here. Yeah. Hmm. Huh. I'll have to pick up some kids' dinner tomorrow. Hmm. What's off? I thought I was onto something with doing the order, where it's like based on the amount of lines on it. So you have 1, 2, 3, but there's no direct correlation. 4. Is this Tetris with ice cubes? Can I bring other things into the other glass? Okay. And I guess my goal is to make all of them match. It slightly bothers me that they don't complete each other, you know? Like normal Tetris, you would think like, oh, okay, all these pieces are supposed to like fit together, but because they don't, it's just like, hmm. Like this one does what you want it to do, but the other ones don't. Hmm. Yeah, this one gets all the leftover ice. Yeah, let's do the next mission. That's what I thought. That's like one of the things that I wanted was the water at the same height. The only thing is when I did, like, this is just like one different one. So let's see. If we count based on the cubes and how many cubes are in the water, these two are the same height with the amount of cubes that's in there right now. Because I'm gonna assume that if I have 3 pieces in, and some pieces are submerged into the water completely, these will be the same height. And the odd part is there's no duplicates as far as like scaling goes. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's that straightforward as far as like the size of how much water is in each one of them. I'm pretty sure there is some type of method to the madness. I'm assuming each slice needs to just have the same amount of stuff on it. just each one needs to have something on it. There might be a placement thing too. Not quite what they want. Okay. And not all of them have the same amount of the little pieces on there too. Maybe I need to stack them based on what's in them. I don't know where this is supposed to go at. I don't even know what they wanted in this one. I guess all the things with the most stuff? Yeah. Okay. That one's a little bit not so straightforward. Oh, I think my objective is to make the glass look the same. Okay. Let's see, what can I replicate? Mm. Is this when they get more cats? Alright, so the stars on the base are not one thing that it's looking for. Oh, you can swap where these are. Okay, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be like a whole thing where you can swap the flowers like this. That should be an order, right? Based on height? Or maybe this one's more so based on the actual height of this thing. Sure. Oh, I think there's like cut marks that you have to line these up to. Or maybe I just stack them based on the paper. congrats. That was fast. Alright, I think I'm about to call it on this one, to be honest. Play a little Stanley and jump into a little bit of go to the left. I think I'm gonna jump over and just probably do some drawing. It's been a while since I did some art. Okay. Go to the ending stream. I appreciate everybody joining me for another stream. Congrats to you, Cry. You could be anywhere else, but you're here with me right now, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, I have no idea to be honest. I think I'm just gonna noodle a little bit on the design. Probably draw some like abstract something and then like try to make something from it. It's a little bit of like childhood style drawing. So if anything, if I make something, I'll post it onto my Insta story or TikTok story, one or the other. But I'll catch you all later. Make sure y'all drink some water, eat, and get some sleep. Oh yeah. Apparent apparently a little to the left has um different backgrounds. So next time I play this, you'll see the other background.